All right, week 16, day 1, leg day. Let's talk real quick about last week and this week and what to expect from here on out. First of all, last week was the worst week of training that I've had in the first 16 weeks. I guess this is week 16. Last week was week 15. Last week was the worst week of training I've had, in the several months I've been doing this. And that's mainly because 4 of the days I was in the car somewhere between 7 to 10 hours for, driving back to Oklahoma and then back to South Carolina. I was in Oklahoma for a wedding at my parents' place, had a bunch of friends there, and just didn't end up going to the gym. So last week was a fucking rough one for me. But we are back this week. We're going to hit it hard this week. And this will be the last big week that I'll do. The last big day probably being Friday or Saturday, one of the two. After that, it's only 2 weeks until the race. It's 18 weeks of training. So I say training because the last week isn't really training, So, this will be the last big week that we do. Next week, I will stay in the gym and I'll continue to do short runs and swims and maybe a short bike, but no big days, no big cardio days, no 50, 10 milers, nothing like that, right? And then the final week, I won't bike. If I do, it'll be about 10 miles, like 30 minutes on the bike. I won't run, and I'll swim maybe once. And I won't hit the gym. So the last week is going to be really rough, just because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with myself all week long. I'll just be sitting there waiting for that half Ironman. So, yeah, that's what we got coming up, which is why I'm not too pressed about having a bad week last week, because I feel like I could go out and do the half Ironman tomorrow. I've made it to that point in the training where it's probably around week 12 that if I needed to, I could go out and do the race the next day, I'm still at that point. At this point, everything's just how fast am I going to be? And obviously I want to be as fast as fucking possible, mainly to beat my dad. I hope he cries, I hope that I beat him bad enough to where he cries at the end of it. No, I'm kind of joking. But yeah, so I'm at a point where I can do it. I can get the race finished. So I'm not super pressed about missing a lot last week. I just need to make sure it doesn't happen again this week, because 2 straight weeks back to back with not enough workouts, it's a bad habit to get into, And my dad said it best, actually. You don't want to miss so many days in a row because you want to keep the engine running, right? Even if you're not doing massive days and it's not quite as, productive as you want it to be, you want to keep the engine running with these 4 or 5 mile runs, 20-mile bikes, half-mile swims, just keep the engine running and not getting cold and not getting completely unmotivated, So to make sure that doesn't happen. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. Now, right now it is 7:45. I've got an hour and 15 minutes before the gym closes, so we're gonna hurry up in here. I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna squat first. Main 3 things is gonna be squat, leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then we'll throw in an extra couple things if we have the time. But the biggest things today is I'm gonna squat 335 for several sets, and then I'm gonna get at least 5 sets at hamstring curls and at least 5 sets at leg extensions, and that'll be it. And that's what we got for the day. So let's go ahead and get in there so I don't waste any more time. Let's get it done. All right, 3rd set here. Obviously I only have 315 on the bar. I don't know what the fuck's up with me today, but legs are just feeling weak. I'm not sure what that is. So excited to get back in the gym, and now it's just brutal in here right now. But we're still gonna be hitting 315 for instead of 6 to 8, something like that. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, this is gonna be my 5th set here, and it is already 8:40, so we're gonna move over to leg extensions after this. Just get 5 sets in there and then call it good. All right, well, I was all excited to get back in the gym, and then started back with that poor ass leg day. It was, let me get some lights on. There you go. Obviously, just 3 working sets of squats, 5 sets of hamstring curls, and then 5 sets of leg extensions. But I really wish I would have felt better than I did. You know what I mean? The squats, especially, I did not feel good on. Maybe it was a long weekend of drinking. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't get all that out of my system. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten enough sleep this past week. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but you know, we got to lift in, so can't be too mad about it. Also, I didn't get a video of the leg extensions just because I was working in with somebody and we were moving pretty quick. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to interrupt the flow we got going on right now to take a video. So I figured I'd just tell you guys I have 5 sets at 205 pounds, about what I'll usually do with leg extensions. Maybe 220 some days, but today was 205 because I was a weak little bitch today. So yeah, not the most ideal day back in the gym. But hey, I've already got almost as many lifts this week as I had all of last week, so I feel like that's a win right there, right? All right, that's all we're gonna talk about today. I'm not gonna ramble on the way home as well. We're just gonna cut it off right there. Good shit today. Good shit isn't just, it was good to get back in the gym. Just kind of get back in that habit, because I've been a full 3 straight days without it, and it was 3 straight days before that without it. So it's good to get back in the habit. Tomorrow we're gonna hit it just as hard and go for a run, I believe. I believe tomorrow will be arms and a run. So we'll catch you tomorrow for arms and a run. I got better today, even if it was only by a little bit.